guys, we're still at Buffelspoort Dam. It's 2.5 days into my session now. Some small fish have been coming out quite regularly actually, but I've opted to fish a completely different way. Bigger baits, fewer freebies, fishing only tiger nuts in deep water, and it seems to be working for the bigger fish. I've only had 2 fish, but they've both been bigger than the rest. But we're hopeful for the 40s. We've seen them jumping in a swim, so we're just sitting and waiting for them. This has worked wonderfully for me on this session from dynamite bait and Monza tiger nuts. I've dipped some huge tiger nuts, XXXL tiger nuts, which I got from Western Accessories, into this. I let it soak for 3 days, and that's what I've been catching the fish on. And my free baits was also just tiger nuts, which I frenzied, which means it went off a little bit. It makes this lovely gooey effect, and the fish just seem to love this. The reason I've chosen only to fish tiger nuts is this lake at the moment has got an influx of smaller carp, which I don't want to catch, and it's renowned for small little catfish, which I also don't want to catch. So I've only opted to fish with only tiger nuts, which I also don't feed right on my rod. I drop my rod and I feed in a wide circle around my baits. It seems to be sorting out the bigger fish for me. It's called a combi rig because it's got a stiff back section which pushes your bait away from your sinker when you drop it, so it's always in a straight line. I've put a piece of tungsten putty around the swivel to also help pull it out of the carp's mouth. When it goes in, it hangs outside, gives much better hook holds than without it. Also, something that seems to work in this specific lake is long hairs, extremely long hairs, which I put a single tiger knot on, which looks like it shouldn't work, but it's really been doing very well for me. Single tiger, put it on the hair, put your bait stop in, there's the finished rig. You'll notice that the hair is extremely long and it doesn't look like it should work, but give this a bash. In this lake Buffelspoort, it definitely works better than normal critically balanced baits for me. Perfect hook hold. Again on a chocolate tiger nut ground bait. Easy in, easy out.
Just over 32 pounds.
Let's get the photos done and get this baby back. £32, 33 foot of water in a drop off in the middle of the lake. And the chocolate tiger nut, fishing 2.5 hours maybe. Let's go through what I caught that beautiful 14.3 kilo fish on just now. I used the new Jackal N4 spot rod. It's a bit beefy, but I like it. Casts a mile, but in this case it lifts the line out because we're fishing far out, maybe 300 meters easy. The reel I'm using is their Jackal Big Pit reel. The line is the Jackal Touchdown braid, 35 pound, and the hook link is a combi hook link with a jockey rig and a ground bait tiger nut. Let's put it out again and see if I can let another 30, maybe a 40 even.